I think the one thing that I loved about Bling Empire was being able to tell my story. The fact that the rest of the cast didn't really have too many stories to tell. So the producers really relied on me to share my stories to give it a lot more heart than just the flash and drama that people make up or say on TV just for drama's sake. You know, they really liked the idea that I actually had things that I wanted to share in the world. 3 things that were so important to me. One, I wanted to share about sobriety, alcoholism, addiction, mental health. Like, all of that was really important that I do that in that platform that I could. The next one was adoption. I think it's a very interesting, underserved community because there's not many of us, but we're clumped into this category of Asian still. And we don't really fit in that space, too, a lot of times. And then the last one was actually self-acceptance and physical appearance. You know, I think my lowest time was actually being in Southeast Asia, trying to model, and just feeling really lousy about the way I looked. And then seeing the different reactions that I had when I started to play with my appearances when I was growing up as a model, being very insecure with myself, and then seeing, like, doing, you know, the little eyelid glue things that girls do. Well, I did that back in 2009, and I gotta tell you, people looked at me so differently. I was booking jobs, girls wanted my number, and I found out it's because I didn't look Asian then. I looked more ambiguous. So there's a little bit of self-hatred going on there. I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I without this look anymore? So then going to Southeast Asia and then feeling that too, and then going there and just seeing how they treat white people, consciously or unconsciously. Just as an observer, I just saw there was definitely this unfair advantage that white people get still. It gave me a lot of self-hatred even more. Looking at myself, and I actually decided to go under the knife and change the way I looked to really what I looked like when I was doing that stuff with the eyelid and stuff. But I had so much self-hatred because I was like, why am I doing this to myself? But being in Southeast Asia still, with so much rejection back home, I felt this self-hatred of like, well, I'm not good enough still. So then when I'm on this show and I see other people feeling the same way as me by being around white people, by being around all this superficiality in Hollywood and wanting to change their face, I'm like, no, don't do what I did, because you may wake up one day and regret it, just like I did, and hate the fact that you did this.